Yo, 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 what is going on? Welcome to your virtual demo. Let's get down to biz. Alright, PSM tracker. This is interesting to me and a little annoying. Your week is at 55%, and I don't remember the precise day that we shifted the funnel to the new flow. It looks like maybe 12 days ago. So if we go here and hit this is our PSM since we changed it, 0.6, which is an improvement. However, the last 3 days have been shitty. Now, can't tell if those are that's an outlier, or if it's, we're still forming a data point here. But before then, 19%, actually if I just get rid of this, 25% of people taking the big upsell is great, gives us almost 0.7. So my point is, I don't know if we should get used to, for example, for this week, a 14% take rate, or something like, 25. I don't know what's normal yet. So I don't think it's time to be like, okay, the thing doesn't work just because the last 3 days have been a little statistics and data and blah blah blah. Things like that can happen. It doesn't mean the whole thing's broken. So I think we should definitely give it one more week and see what's happening. But the fact of the matter is, our AOV is low. It's lower, but our CPA is lower too. So that's interesting. I think we're moving the CPA down. Like if I look at for over the month, our CPA was 13. The CPA is down because people are getting to the checkout more quickly and efficiently. The question is, should it be that low? Are we letting too many people through, fair weather people that don't take upsells? Totally inconclusive, but this is the thing I'm like yellow flagging at this moment to try to understand. But in general, interesting. We're doing about as good as we've been before since the change, and I'm curious to see some changes in the patterns with a little more data. So I want to give it one more or 2 more weeks. We'll track that again, as we always do. I updated your DMA sheet, and I'll do it again. Here's 30 seconds on that. The numbers are getting bigger and accumulating more around each of your kind of big cities, which is cool. They're starting to get to more of a legitimate place. We're well on our way to crossing 100 in our first market before long. We're almost at 1,000 people in here. So this is cool. We're seeing some good accumulation. I'm telling you, dude, I'll say it a million times. The Midwest, it will save you. I'm just telling you, look at these places. They're all above average LTV, except for Indianapolis and Minneapolis. But Detroit and Chicago, very close by. I would do them both. Close by each other, and, not too far from Nashville. But anyways, that's the update there. We made sure to add the sticker to the benefits here, because we're giving that away with it. So that's been added. I want to see where we're at today. Just 2 orders. 3 orders. One of them does have everything, so I'd love to see that. Hopefully we get a few more before the day's out. I gave you the Shopify inventory, and I also updated your Shopify with said inventory numbers. So if you're ever curious, and in fact, I'll just go in here and do this. I'll create a filter based on product type, and if it's a CD, bam, just call them CDs. So if you click this filter, which you can find right here, if you click products and go here, you'll find it in there. You can just get a quick read on the stock on everything. I do need to put the caret in there. So let me go to L caret and set the type to CD. All right. Okay, so this way you can, you can go to products, click CDs over here, and this will give you just a instantaneous view on here are the CDs and here are the stock numbers you have for each. So that's a quick and dirty way to just know where you're at and if you should reorder. So make you smile on heading south. I know that I guess these are the numbers that my mom is reporting, which is what she has. If you have anything beyond this at your place, obviously it's not in here. Though we could also add that number if you want. So let me know, because I can create a second stock location and actually put there, oh, we have 1,000 at your place and 202 at my mom's place or whatever. So expand inventory tracking to include Jeremy's. Let me know if you want to do that. It's not very crucial, but I can basically load into Shopify and say, I can go to Shopify, make a location based on your address, and then load up inventory there. So you can actually see, oh, I've got 1,004 heading south, but Jesse's mom has 25. I'm going to subtract 200 from mine and add 200 to hers and send her 200, that kind of thing. I can do that if you want. Vinyl product research. We opened a few quotes from 3 different providers that I stand by and believe in, and we want 2 quotes per provider, like a black wax with 0 pomp and circumstance, no add-ons, no bells and whistles. And then I wanted to imagine a splatter wax vinyl with an insert added. So kind of like a spectrum of here's going cost saving mode, and then on the other side, here's going feature, maximalist mode a little bit. I mean, I went for a safe yet deluxe option, like splatter wax with an insert. Obviously, there's gatefold, there's multiple inserts, there's multiple kinds of colored wax that you could get into that would raise the price. You can get, crazy with the kind of material that the cover's going, you're doing with the cover or whatever. So I just wanted to give you a basic sense of like, here's an expensive option, here's a no frills option. So we sent out all those quotes. I have a lot of responses back. I need to actually reply to those quotes and just get the some of them wanted more clarification, and some of them provided the prices, but I just wanted to get that all organized and figured out, and that's my next move on that. Yes, we added the sticker to the page. I mentioned that. The All My Friends car clip, we put it in there, and I'm not sure at this moment what it's doing, if anything, but we're gonna see. I gotta turn it on. All right, it's on. Gonna double check that. What is this? All right, it's just all of the car clips, which, is great. And we've got those, and we've got the usual copy options. I'm actually gonna remove, that needs to be a caret. It probably is, but just not showing up for some reason. I think that's typically, yeah, well, man, I hope that's right on Facebook and Instagram. It just decided to erase that caret. Okay, it is there, cool. Alright, I want to get rid of that actually for bandwidth's sake, and we're going to the right sales page. It looks like great. Alright, we're good. So that's on after I publish this. Alright, that's on, but we set it up, and we'll see what that does. That's a good addition to the campaign because we've got a VSL, we've got a lyric video, we've got a photo, we've got videos with text on them, we have a proper music video, we have an acoustic clip. This is a totally different clip. It's content-y, and casual. That's a new flavor. This is unlike anything else that we got on. So I love that. We also came up with some offer ideas. Again, this is, we're not swimming in new products, and what we do have is like print on demand and stuff like that. I know you talked about you'd be down to make new stuff, and we have thought of some new stuff you could create, one of which being the vinyl, of course, and we're working towards that. And I think that's an easy win when we get to it. But in the meanwhile, if any of these speak to you, these are things we can run, just, because vinyl, for example, won't turn around quickly. But a digital product, like you have a bunch of stuff in, well, maybe we made assumptions. But you could assemble a bunch of these things, and you could either put them more into the Moonlighters Club, or we could release like a digital product, which could be interesting. This one is very simple. Complete your collection. Obviously, you have now 1,000 fish people. We can target the ones who are missing upsells and say, hey, get your CDs you're missing at a great price, and you could beef it up with some stuff, sticker, you could autograph them, you could add some digital bonuses, you could just add a little bit of sprinkles onto it to be like, you walked past it at this price in this format, how about this format at this price? See what people do. You could try a mystery box, which is tough for you with print on demand, but you can see here an idea is, there's a lot of little stuff you can put together without print on demand, like a CD-based funnel, some stickers, pics, a photo, lyric sheet, downloads. You could change around, but downloads of what they're getting digitally, which is also a mystery aspect, which could be interesting. Just ideas for what we can do with your limited situation at the moment. Just to have something on the back burner. If anything here is like, cool, I want to do that, let us know. Just trying to think of ways to make money for you. Here's some stuff you can do. A lot of digitals. We came up with a lot of digital ideas, which I think we're just thinking of low impact stuff. You're kind of, with the studio sessions, you're kind of doing the podcast. A lyric book could be interesting if you feel like, they do kind of come together easy, and if you feel like you've got a lot of good lyrics to show off, if you feel like you're very lyrical, that could be an interesting new thing. Again, vinyl's underway. You got CDs for everything. You've got a bunch of shirts. There's stuff in the apparel lane we could check out as well, and in fact, I want to do that. So, like, there may be stuff, like, I don't think there's hats, hoodies, totes, socks. I'm trying to get into socks myself. I feel like there's something there. Anyways, I'm gonna put the warm offers in backlog. We also have more over here. Just gonna add these in. All right, so this week, move this over here. All right, I gotta reply to a bunch of vinyl quotes, and also just gather all that info and synthesize it so you can easily at a glance know what's possible. I want to think of more apparel options for your store. Put that on for Thursday. We'll always track the PSM for your fish. We'll update your DMAs. And then if you want, I can properly track the inventory in Shopify, including your stock, so let me know about that. Other than that, I want to maybe find another ad test. Even though our CPA is now better than it's been, I still want that to be something we do, and then I want want to do? What do I want to do here? Oh yeah, funnel metrics. Now that we have this upsell thing going on, and it's a little inconclusive, I just want to make sure I'm zooming in on that and getting the scoop. So yeah, that's definitely maintaining everything important to us at this moment. So feel good. Thank you for everything. Hope your submissions to that, I think it was a film fest, if I remember you saying, are going well or went well. I hope that whole thing's working out. Yeah, I think that's everything. I'll see you